Focus forward. We're going to talk about focus forward today, but in order to do that, we're going to go dumpster diving. We're going to go dumpster diving really, really big today about focusing forward. Everybody seems to think that in the manifesting community, and again, I am not a manifester, I am a conscious creator, that we can't talk about things and we need to stop talking about everything. In the 3D, we need to ignore it and we need to focus only on what we want, because that's what the community teaches. So let's vibrate at the energy of cyberbullying or Black Lives Matter or thin blue line. How about allergies? Because we're going to talk about a lot of this today. This is Susie, your beautiful millionaire swan queen. Welcome back to the garden, my beautiful ducklings. Subscribe, smash the like button, share my videos. I would truly appreciate it. Remember, I am a life coach and I would love to help you drastically change your life for the better. So if you're interested in one-on-one coaching or my paid Facebook group, check out the link below. And go look at my website and book through there. Gotta love YouTube. It gives you a platform to be able to talk about things. But because this is a manifesting community, we're not allowed to talk about things. So I'm going to tell you a story about a lady that I met when I was working retail. This lady was very upset and she was crying, and I helped her that day. And I called her beautiful. And she said, "Do you really think I'm beautiful?" And I said, "Yes, I do." I talked to her briefly, maybe 5 minutes while I helped her, and off she went. The next time she came into the store, she told me because I called her beautiful and had a 5-minute conversation with her, I saved her life. She didn't kill herself that day because of me. That's a lot of power in your words. A lot of power in your words. I helped somebody else when I was working retail. The couple got into a car accident. The wife did. And as a result of the car accident, she was pregnant and lost the baby. Everybody assumed this guy beat her because she was in a wheelchair. And it was right before Christmas. And I was tasked with finding an outfit to help bury the stillborn baby in. The guy was blessed, and he kept telling me, "I am so blessed. I have my wife and my daughter, but I lost my son. And I am so thankful that my wife and my daughter are alive." Nobody would help, not even management that day. I was on the phone trying to find an outfit. We wound up having to get an outfit that was too big, knowing that at the funeral parlor that they were going to have to tuck it around this tiny little body. These things happen in reality. But in 3D, I'm supposed to ignore this. So I go to a restaurant. I'm allergic to pickles. They bring me a sandwich. And I take the sandwich and I pulled a little pick out of it. And it's got 5 pickles on it. I'm a conscious manifester who is creating my reality, so I should be safe to eat those pickles. How about somebody who has a gluten allergy? I have a friend who's building a website and has an Instagram to help people find places to eat around the world that is 100% gluten-free. So they can go in and sit down at the table and eat whatever they want. Cyberbullying, which is what is being done to me. It is called cyberbullying. It is a name. And I'm being told I need to get a thick skin. I'm being told to ignore the 3D. I'm even being told to stop calling myself beautiful. So growing up, I was not told I was beautiful. I never was. My ex-husband never told me I was beautiful. I was always the ugly duckling in the story. I was the child who was told, "Oh, you're flexible. You can touch the floor with the palms of your hand and put your head on your knees only because you're short. Oh, look at your sister and your stepsister. They have platinum blonde hair and this beautiful golden brown hair, and they have this amazing skin tone. Genetics really sucks for you with that mousy brown hair and pale skin." That's so sad. You're Italian, but you didn't get the Italian genes when it came to looks. I was never, ever made to feel beautiful my entire life. But let's get into conscious manifesting and focusing forward. All of these problems exist. By ignoring them, they're not going away. I call myself beautiful because I embody the state of what I want. And Neville Goddard teaches you the state. So if I want to come across as beautiful, I have to step into the state of beautiful. So my introduction, the beautiful millionaire swan queen, is what I am creating. And I'm reinforcing it by giving myself a title, because titles are important. After all, the ugly duckling became a beautiful swan. The ugly duckling became a beautiful swan. People are constantly talking about the things that are going wrong in their life because they are not seeing what is changing. And I tell you guys, what is true? It is true that gluten allergies exist. It is true that I'm allergic to pickles. It is true that we have racism in this world. It is true that we have a pedophile ring that everybody is trying to break. It is true that you either like or don't like Donald Trump. It is true you are or aren't with the love of your life right now. But focusing forward is about owning your shit. It is about saying, you know what? I don't like the fact that I'm being cyberbullied. If this was a child in school, we would all be rallying around and we would be posting all over social media. Stop the bullying. Raising awareness for what is going on in this world. But we can't do that because we can't say the word wanted. I can't say I want or need help to stop the bullying. I'm just supposed to ignore it. So in focusing forward, we talk about what's going on and how do we change it. We can delete and block the people that make those comments. I can grow a thicker skin. Or I can go to Paris with Baby Yoda and get married and we could do the balcony scene. I mean, how confusing is it to focus on the good things in your life? But to say that there's never going to be a bad thing that happens, well, Elvis was told by Colonel Tom Parker, son, it doesn't matter what they say about you as long as they spell your name right. Most people don't even spell my name right. It's Suzie. And I know spell check changes it to Susie. And I know some people spell it Suzy. Some people spell it Susi. There's all different kinds of ways to spell Susie. But it's not even being spelled right. But that's my fault because, I'm focusing on the spelling of my name instead of drinking my coffee with my beloved Elvis this morning. Guys, we have to stop. We have to stop saying that we can't talk about things. We're in a political change right now. People are boycotting the NFL because the NFL is supporting Black Lives Matter or defunding the police. I don't pay attention to it. It's just entertaining. Football is entertaining to me. So now I'm not allowed to watch football. I am back the blue. I always have supported the police department. And I'm not going to change that because I know that there are a lot of good police officers out there because I grew up with them. And I know that there are some bad apples in the bunch. The same thing with racism. Martin Luther King would say, the only way to kill hate is with love. And I am teaching love, trying to kill hate. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So we have to change the story. We have to do what Morgan Freeman says. Stop talking about racism because it's history. But we are not personally affected by a lot of things that was done by previous people who have passed away. We are still human. We still have thoughts and feelings. And in my community of conscious creation, we don't talk about 3D, 5D. We don't talk about imagining just a single scene to get your dream life. We don't talk about hate. Not because it doesn't exist, but because I'm trying to teach you that there is an easier, simple way to go about consciously creating your dream life. And that simple way is to stop worrying about everybody as you pushed out and start telling a better story. Focus on the good things that are going on in your life. Because the more you focus on the good, you're going to get good. But you can't ignore some of the bad things. Stalkers exist. Serial killers exist. Wars exist. By not talking about it, it doesn't change it. Before cell phones, pedophile rings weren't discussed. Before cell phones, politics were discussed at the restaurant or the cooler at the coffee shop. Is it the cooler at work? We have to come together as a community. We don't want to be keyboard warriors just sitting there typing away and doing stuff. We need to actually get up and make a difference. And my videos are making drastic differences in people's lives. My life drastically changes other people's lives for the better. But I wouldn't be able to drastically change your life for the better if you didn't have a problem. I wouldn't be able to share my vision. I don't have limiting beliefs. I don't need to progress. I don't need to change because I'm triggering people that are not happy. I need to continue to be Susie, who is focusing on changing the world one person at a time with love. It's not about the numbers. If you truly find inner peace and happiness, your life drastically changes for the better. One word, one phrase does that. But we have so many potty words and so many things that we're not allowed to discuss anymore instead of owning it. Let's not even talk about the coronavirus. I have a friend who can't be with the love of her life because she can't travel and neither can he to be together. They can't travel to be together. They love each other. They want to get married. But we can't travel. Is that fair? No. But we don't let that stop us. We get up, we move forward, and we keep plugging through day in and day out, trying to make a difference in the world. I've always said it. I don't care about the numbers. I care about the person. I care that the person is so miserable that they're bullying. So how do I focus on it? By fixing the bully. By showing the bully that not everybody in life is mean. Or do I give in to them and fold my YouTube channel and just go away? Because that's where I've been lately. Do I persist that I'm drastically changing people's lives for the better, knowing that I'm upsetting somebody? Absolutely, positively. Do I continue to put out videos? Absolutely. Or do I walk away? Because there's a lot of YouTubers that walk away. I didn't realize that I needed a thick skin to teach love. That is really sad when you think about it, that we need a thick skin to teach love. I am killing hate with every video I make, with every person I help to drastically change their lives for the better. That's how I'm focusing forward, by killing hate. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means I'm slowly changing it, one word at a time. And then I add another word, and then I add another word, and I get phrases. It's why I tell everybody to start with, why am I spoiled? There are days I say, I am spoiled. There are days I say, why am I spoiled? There are days I say it both ways. And which way should you say it? Both. There are days I don't even say it. Other people say it for me. So you should say it all 3 times. Because some days you don't need it in a question because the proof is right in front of you. Some days you need it in a question because you need to feel that extra specialness of being spoiled. What you're focusing on is what is true in your life. What you are creating is what you want. But you have to own the true in order to change it. And I'm owning all of my shit. There are things I don't like in this world. But I'm choosing not to use my channel as a political campaign. I am choosing to use my channel to drastically change lives for the better, so that you can live that happily ever after. Because everybody wants the fairy tale. They want, especially women, we want Prince Charming to come in, sweep us off our feet. And we want to live happily ever after. But nobody taught us how to get there. Nobody taught you that in order to have a happy relationship, you have to praise each other. One of the best comments that I saw on YouTube was that her parents are married for 47 years. And they are constantly praising each other every single day. The secret to the happy relationship. The secret to having money. The secret to happily living your dream life is by talking about how amazing life is. And then when you hit the blip in the road, you fall under the line, and then you go, it doesn't exist. No. You go, you know what? I fell under the line. Shit happened. I'm going to get back up. I'm going to dust myself off, and I'm going to trudge forward. So the haters lost. I'm not going to give up. I am going to persist because focusing forward is teaching love. And as long as I have a breath, I'm going to teach love. You guys have an absolutely positively amazing day. I love you. And as always, tell me how what I'm sharing with you is drastically changing your life for the better.